Brian with CBS here with Caedan Wallace, 2019 offensive lineman. Before we hit recruiting, Caedan, you've been on the radar for a few years now. You're at the Hun School in Princeton. Where's your game different than maybe it was at this time last year?
I had a lot of time in the off season, just prepare mentally and physically for the season coming up. Just working out harder, training on techniques and specifics of my position. So, yeah.
Strength-wise, did you make a big leap there? Or?
I improved a lot, especially in bench press and in squats. Those are like the two main things I focused on in the off season. Having stronger feet, a stronger punch. One of the main things I focused on.
When I look at you as a player, when you're going to go out and play, everybody's going to know who you are now as a recruit. You're a 2019 kid. Do you know much about that? Are you anticipating that? Have you seen it yet?
I know about it, but I don't let it take focus away from my game, my training and stuff like that. Fans and stuff like that. That's it's on the side, but the sport and my game and recruiting, it's different. So.
All right, let's hit recruiting. We talked off camera. You're going to visit Florida State in November for the Delaware State game. Why do you want to go check that out?
I've actually been looking at Florida State for a little bit now, and they tried to hit me up a few times, and I was into it because they're a good school, good program. So I'm pretty excited to get out there.
Do you know anything about Florida State?
Not really. I've looked into them a little bit. I know they have a good history of a good offensive line, so I'm just looking forward to being immersed.
So September 1st hits. What was your phone like?
It was actually kind of crazy. A lot of schools hit me up at 12 o'clock on the dot. So Michigan State, Rutgers, Penn State, Alabama, Oklahoma, Nebraska. They were all at 12 o'clock on the dot. So.
What is that like?
It's kind of humbling actually, because there's a lot of kids that don't really have this, and I was blessed, God blessed me with size and strength and speed. So it is kind of humbling to be in this position.
All right, let's hit a couple more schools. Penn State, a place you've been a few times. What do you see there?
It's a great program, great coaches, great facilities, and they're on the come up, but they're really good already, So they can only go higher. So I'm excited to see them.
What's their big message to you? Because I know one of the things they're trying to do is they're still trying to redo their offensive line.
Yeah, mainly when I speak to the coaches, they talk about the family atmosphere and just coming together as a community and just making a good football team, basically.
They have a connection with the Hun School. Not only did they get Fred Hansard out of the last class, Wendy Laurent a few years ago wound up going to Penn State. You talked to either one of those guys much about it?
I talked to Fred about once a month, just about his experiences and stuff like that, especially about his camp experience, because he says he had a good time at camp, just learning and being immersed in the program.
All right, and then in terms of Rutgers, a place you've been, what do you see there?
They're a great program, another good program that's going to come up, and I'm going to one of their games later today, so I'm excited to see them play.
Why do you want to go see them again?
A lot of the coaches, they talk about how, their program, they're coming back. So they're playing Washington today, which is a good team. And they're close to home as well. So, if they turn the program around, that'd be great for them.
Last one, Notre Dame, where you went and visited. What do you see at Notre Dame?
Another great program with great traditions. It's just a great school in general, academically and athletically. So excited to go out there and see them too.
When you think of the campus, what do you think of with them?
They have a really nice campus. It's a very nice campus.
Hey, have you thought about when you want to make a decision?
I've thought about it, but I don't have any dates set in stone or anything like that yet. So
is it after your junior season? Is it during your senior season?
It'll probably be after my junior season, but I haven't put much thought into it. I just know that it'll be after junior season.
All right, and last thing, any leaders, top 3, top 5? You have anything like that yet?
No.
All right. Okay, appreciate the time.
No problem.